Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we are having coffee with my beautiful Sun Glory mug that my sister gave me years ago. Today was my mother's birthday, March 1st, and a whole new month, whole new energies coming in too. And the mystical shaman deck was the one that spoke up, and oh my gosh, the wisdom of the shaman energy, white buffalo calf woman, is an energy that I channel. In fact, walk with regularly. The magic of the white buffalo calf, which is revered in indigenous society here. So I am so grateful for the presence of these energies, these spirits, how whatever we want to refer to it as. It doesn't matter what it's called. It matters only in our humanness. And so choose what you want to call the higher powers, the guides, the angels, the companions to walk with you. Some beautiful, beautiful information here. I'm going to read the info because the mystical shaman is there's two sides, the upright and the reversed, and they have either an invitation meaning or a medicine meaning. So the first card that showed themselves this morning was, and this one jumped out, the smoky mirror, which wasn't too hard to figure out what that probably meant. It did come up in reverse. So we're going to read the medicine, but definitely the smoky mirror is that which we are not seeing real clearly or able to see at this point, things that are maybe still invisible or just coming into focus for us. And remember, this is all about you and your path and your walk in this lifetime. You can't do anybody else's work, and so this is for you to take in and sit with. So let's see what the smoky mirror is in the book. The smoky mirror represents the aspect of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known in the world, the mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious causality. This symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, the parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. So, take it in, because a lot of times when we're in denial or refusal to see the truth, it is from the energy of trauma within us. So open, willing, ready, ask for your guides to come in and give you that understanding. Is there something I need to see here that I'm not seeing, that I am refusing to see? And of course, last month, the cosmic configuration produced lots of need for shadow looking. Shadows came up huge. And, that's a truth in our lifetime, mainly because that's where we need to work in our life. That's that thing that we brought in to heal this lifetime, to fully understand. Some of those are karmic, meaning we chose to bring them in as a carryover from a last life because we did not fully understand everything that we could have gleaned, wanted to glean, need to glean from that last lifetime. So we brought it forward. The medicine message for the smoky mirror: understanding the shadow of the human journey requires that you go deep into your story to discover the wound that prevents you from seeing the truth of your current situation. Honestly, I didn't read this before. That's what came through, is seeing what is true for you about you in this. What is my part in this? What can I grow with? How can I learn from this? Your fears and expectations of disappointment and unworthiness may be clouding your capacity to see the potential in yourself and others. The smoky mirror may be showing you things you don't want as a result of your conditioning. A lot I talk about creating more of what we do want and less of what we don't. That is with our energy, with our thoughts, with our beliefs. And that's where we can begin to shift these things. I'm open, willing, ready, make me aware of when I've just said something that was not what I wanted to create, that was going to create more of what I don't want. The smoky mirror may be showing you things you don't want as a result of your conditioning. These can become even more real, but only because you are making it so. The choice is yours. The world will hold you accountable for what you see and create. Can you see through the eyes of truth and faith instead? And the understanding that if we are the creators through our energy, and we are, because that is what we are, then that is where we can begin to change it with our words, with our thoughts. How do we change beliefs? We have to know they exist first. Then we consult our higher team, and then we start pulling those beliefs and releasing them. I have tools I use to do that. There are other energy healers, workers, I'm sure that do. I would advise, recommend, encourage you to reach out to someone to have some work done. It's going to make this unfold a little quicker. But the next card that came up is the wind. And many of you in the Reno, Tahoe area are experiencing a great deal of that right now. We had fairly high winds yesterday, but there's meaning in the directions of the wind. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules the communication. Here we go, open, willing, ready. Show me what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the four directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. The south wind carries a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. The west wind is calling you to move to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. The north wind's moving to bring you wisdom and strength. The east wind is carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever the way the wind is blowing for you, the message, which the wind whispers or shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation in moving forward and receiving its lessons. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. And this first day of March, that wind is present in many, many places. We have been experiencing change. We're going to experience more change. Some of them are joyful, easy, and exciting, and others can be a daunting, heavy, scary, sad, angering. And so we want to look within each one of those, what is there for us. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now you've gained greater clarity. You can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest and good for all. I don't share this very often, not for really any reason, that I just don't. My basic belief, which helps me get through the days when things are less than easy. Everything that happens to me is always for my highest and best good. And having that tenet as the way I walk through the world makes some of the weightier things that come through more, easier to endure, easier to pull apart and go, okay, what is here for me? What do I get to grow with? That's shifting my energy around it, taking me out of victimhood, taking me out from under the circumstances, taking me into my power of ownership and creation and creator with God, the creator of the universe, and bringing it into that learning aspect. And then I think that's it for this message. It was a 2-page, yes. And then the last card that came up was stand still. So we had wind prompting us to look at some things, but right now we are in this phase of standstill. We have been, even though everything is moving faster. The things inside us seem to be standing still, the things we've wanted to do, this unfolding. I need to know more about me. I need to know more about my gifts, my path, what I'm doing here, how I navigate this world. And open, willing, and ready keeps us in that receptive mode of being willing to see what's coming to us, but know that we're in a time of holding, preparing. And that's what we don't see. That's that smoky mirror. The preparations that are happening for us within us, within our lives. My daughter called me yesterday morning, and the company she's worked for more than 7 years now was just sold, and to a conglomeration, a corporation that does not have the care and love for its people the way this company did. And she was devastated. And just all of the things that go with that. What's next? Will I get a job as good? Will I like it as much? Will it be able to support me in the same way? All of those fears. And of course, as the mother and father, our hearts were breaking with her. And I went down deep into my soul person and felt all about this, and thought, she's going to be fine. She's going to shine, and this will be one of those things that she looks back on as being key in a beautiful, positive forward movement for her. And none of it feels like that right now to any of us, because it's a scary time. It's a time of unknowns, and what's going to happen. Are any of them going to be offered jobs? Are they going to want the jobs they offer? What's next? And so often that standstill time is that time of growth and understanding. When standstill appears, it is a symbol of pausing, the act of observation and breathing space. It represents the benefits of temporary non action, as well as what happens when one is stuck. Temporary non action. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information, or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all the parts together for the highest good. Go and play. Recharge and take the focus off whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. The Go and Play, I stopped by yesterday afternoon and we had a glass of wine, and she said, I canceled our plans this weekend to go skiing with our friend. And I said, don't cancel them. Go play. Let this go for now. There's really nothing you can do. They start coming in on Monday, this big corporation, and talking to us. I said, just go and play. I don't know. And part of it is they were going to stay kind of in cramped, less than wonderful sleep quarters with a friend that they adore. And I don't know whether she will have changed her mind. She said, well, maybe I will. And sometimes it's best when we are in a stuck aspect, and in angst and fear, and we find a way to go play somehow, something that brings us joy, something that can bring us lightheartedness. It can be a walk outside away from all the people you've been around that you just need a break from. It can be going to buy yourself an ice cream when you're in the middle of a diet, because that's going to make you feel a little bit better right now. It can be any number of things. So you own the circumstances. You work to create them in whatever way you desire them to be in your life. So a beautiful first day of March message. The lucky month, the luck of the Irish, the little whatever they're called. What are they called? Leprechauns. That's it. The little people thing. Focus on that energy. We make our luck because we make our circumstances with our thoughts, our beliefs, and our words. The energies we're putting out is what we're bringing back. Own that. Open, willing, and ready. Guide me as to when I'm creating more of what I don't want. Guide me into the learning process of what's standing before me. Help me to see other aspects in things. Open, willing, ready. Such a powerful way to walk through the world. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.